So the Lonely Society is a new project by Common Chorus Theatre Company. It's about the mental health impacts of social isolation and loneliness, something that my consciousness was raised about through my friend Gemma, who's a couple of years older than me, and she became disabled, and it meant she couldn't work anymore, and then that had a big impact on her mental health in a way that was actually completely unconnected to her physical disability. So I kind of thought there's an interesting story to be told there in that. I suppose it also speaks into that sort of interconnection between physical health and mental health, which I think is something that interests me. And there's this thing about integrity in work, which is sort of a social message that there's integrity in the work that we do that I quite like, and I think I buy into. But then I think her story then really made me question that, because if you attach all of your integrity in your place in society to your ability to work, then what happens if you can't work because you are disabled, or you're ill, or you reach the age of retirement, or maybe you're being discriminated against, so you're not getting where you want to in your career? Yeah, I think it was just sort of really opened my mind to some of these questions, and I thought there's probably an important story here to tell in this. So the way we're going to work is, and the way Common Chorus Theatre Company work, is when we make shows, we make sure we make community work with people that are affected by the issue that we're working around. So we're going to run a whole lot of workshops with people who are at risk of social isolation for different reasons, and then we're going to put a writers group together of community writers, and they're going to work with a professional writer to create a spoken word storytelling script, which we're then going to turn into a community theatre performance. That's going to happen at the beginning of next year, is the community theatre performance. Then after that, we're going to take everything we've learned from that process and from actually really understanding the world of this story, working with those people, and then we're going to take that into a room with professional actors, and we're going to make a show which we can then tour nationally and take to theatres across the country speaking of this story. So that's the plan. Arts funding's rubbish at the minute, so if you would help us with our crowdfunder, that'd be absolutely smashing. Thank you very much.